Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County in Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel a lot. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you want to check out any cool pictures I post of the city and for any updates that for the channel as well. So in today's episode, we got quite a bit on the plate, to be honest. So it's Friday. You know what that means? It's a traffic fix video, and we're also going to take a look at transit. So today's going to be like a traffic transit fix, and if we have time, we're going to add or do some city detailing as well. So there's actually quite a bit to do with transit. I think the city's at a point where we're going to really need to start considering where the tram lines are going to go and stuff like that. So I think the idea for the city is to use rail regionally, like it would be in this setting, and then subway and tram, so some light rail as well, and then we're gonna look at detailing some parks as well if we have time. But last episode we built up Autumn Oil Group, and you know what, we're almost at the next level too, which is fantastic to see. And we also built Riverside, which is like a nice neat little community here, which I think is going to extend out into here and maybe a bit into here as well. But Riverside has an issue. There is a lot of people queuing up for this bus. So that's something we need to take a look at, and I think that's what we'll start off with. We'll start off with looking at our transit. So let's do that. Let's grab this. All right, so Batherston east-west. Let's just start at the top here. It has 2 vehicles, and that's probably enough. Probably only really needs 1. What does this line do? Well, it just loops around here and cycles people from around the city to Queen Street here. But I think actually what we can do is we can change up this line a bit. So this green line is a line. Whoa, what the heck's going on over here? Yeah. Okay, anyways, this green line is like a line that links up with our industry here, and I'm thinking maybe what we do is we change this up a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep it off Queen Street, and we are just going to link up like this. So I'm going to delete these stops. So it just links around like this. And I'm also going to change up what we're going to do here with the red line. So the red line just goes in the opposite direction of the green line. So pretty much what I need to do is I need to get people from Batherston into this little corridor here. So let's take a peek at how we're going to do that. I think the best way to do it is just to delete the red line and start fresh here. So we're going to go in this direction opposite of the green. And what we're going to do is we're just going to actually come up this side. And we're going to go right down to the school here, and we're going to go right down this street, which I can't see the name of, and we're going to skip every couple blocks here, and we're going to go to this point here, swing around right to there, and we're going to loop our way back here. So this way we're going to be able to kind of actually, let's go down one more, because I would like to kind of make this connection with Queen Street here too. And then we need to come down this street here and finish up. Now that is unfortunate that happened. See, there we go. So we could probably also loop this around the other direction. But I guess that's what the green line was originally for, right? So why don't we just do that then? We will just mimic it. So, you know, call it a mulligan there. And then this one's gonna swing around here. We can't really get it to stop in the roundabout. We'll get it to use the roundabout, and we'll get it to connect up through here, up there. If you're not catching on to what I'm doing, you'll see it in a second. All right, and then I don't think we need that stop there. And we'll get it right there. All right, so it's kind of just like an extension of what that red line was doing. I think we'll get it to just go through the roundabout here. Probably not the best idea to have a stop there. Too late. Yeah, I think this works. Okay, well, now let's change that color again. So bus line 10, let's make sure it's a red. And this is the Batherston East-West, I think it was. Actually, let's call it the Batherston Loop. And it's got 5 buses. I think that'll be good for now. Alright, so that was the first one. Now we're looking at Batherston Industry Loop, which is yellow. So let's see. That's how I do it. So it's got 8 buses on it. I think we could probably drop it down to at least 6. There's not a ton of people using it. It's a pretty good bus line though. It kind of loops into here. It goes right down Batherston West. And it links up with the green one. So I think it's important to keep. It's definitely something we can't change. Batherston Loop, we just had 5. Let's just take a quick peek again. Looks like we might need a few more. So why don't I just throw 7 on there for now. And let's take a look at the Kerala bus line. So this is a pretty big one. And there's lots of stops where people are waiting as well. But there's lots of empty space as well. So 70 people here. So I think what I'll do is I'll bump it up to maybe 18 buses because it's a pretty big bus line now. Now that it literally goes from over here into here. So that is something to think about. And we do also have a couple of connecting buses. The Queens line connects like these loops together with these loops in here and all together. So it's a pretty complicated little system we got going on, but that's fine. So the Maple Ore line, this is the one that I was concerned about right off the bat. Is it this stop? Yeah, this is a lot of people. So it's got 5 vehicles on it. I think we at least need to get it to 10 because it is pretty big. Like this line, like it goes from all the way down here over into here. Now I don't really know if it needs to stop over on this side. People can just walk down into here. It's not that far, and hopefully that should shorten the trips. So now it just literally goes down here, it goes down this main road and loops back from the ore industry. And we have this connecting line, which we built last episode. Alright, so let's take another look at this. It's the Maple Ore line, 9 vehicles. Let's get that back up to 10. Because this is going to take a while for the buses to go through and pick these people up. Oh wow, there might need to be more. Okay, and the Packinghampton Farm line, which is a connecting line. There's 10 buses. Oops. Let's see how we're doing here. Pretty good. I think 10 might be a bit overkill here, but we drop down to 8. This white line, it kind of loops into here, connects up with with the Queen Street line, the Green line, all the Pakenhampton lines, and it takes you right into the farming area. So that's pretty useful. And the Pakenhampton East-West, not overly busy, 4 buses, probably enough. Probably even drop it down to 3. All right, and the Pakenhampton North-South, I think this one's a bit busier. Yeah, but I don't think we need 10. Let's drop it down to 8. All right, and the Queen Street line, this one's crazy. So we got 30 buses. Most of them are pretty full. Let's just add another bus to round it off into a solid 30. And the Riverside Oil line is the one we just started last episode. There's 8 buses. That's a bit overkill. Let's drop it down to 6. Okay, so looking at that now, I definitely think we need a tram line somewhere. And I kind of think this street here, let's take a look at the street names here. Meadow Street. Hey, if you want to name Meadow Street, let me know. Yeah, so Meadow Street goes all the way down into here. I could see us getting like a good tram turnaround in here. And then this whole street can be a tram road, which would be great because we pass our sports facility too. And look at all these buses that are queuing up. That is just because... Oh, no, they're not frozen. Okay, I was wondering if they were. It's because we've just been adding some and taking some off, so it's just going to take a while to sort out. But I think a tram line right through here would be good. And then once we get to High Street, I think we might be able to pull it down. You know what? I think we might go up block and into the suburbs here, and then over onto Queen Street, because that way we can avoid messing up with our Rainbow Junction here. And we can come down Cedric, hop onto Queen Street, and then Queen Street can take over the... Oh my god, there's a dirt road here. This road deserves a high-end upgrade. There we go. Anyway, so then we can make Queen Street the tram line here, and then we could take it all the way along, which might be a bit difficult. And then we can get it to turn around maybe with our little loop here. Now, should we take Queen Street like that? Or maybe what we'll do is we'll upgrade this and we'll come down into the suburbs and then we'll cross. Yeah, maybe we'll go across the highway. I don't know. We'll see. That's for a future episode. But anyways, that's a rough plan for the transit of this area. Just one line, and then the downtown's going to be over here, I think. So I think that can easily be connected with something else in the future. But let's take another look at some of the transit things we can add into the city here. So trolley bus, I don't think we're going to do. The tram for sure, the metro for sure, the trains for sure. Ships, I don't know. Definitely like the idea of getting like a harbor and stuff. Airports, 100%. Monorail, I don't think so. Same with the cable cars, but taxis. So let's take a look at taxis. 6 are being used per week. Let's take a look at this. Taxis in use 25. So you know what? We could probably add in another taxi depot somewhere. Let me take a look over in Riverside here, and let's see if maybe we can think about getting in a taxi depot somewhere on this side of the map. Yeah, let's place it right here. Swing this over. All right. And let's go back to our little transit here. So we got the tour buses, which we're not ready for, and the post. So we definitely need to upgrade the post potential of our city here. So we don't have anything over here. I think this is a great spot for a post office. So I'll place that down. So that's the post office for Riverside. I don't think we'll need one over here. We have one over here. I think we could use a second in this section. Let's maybe look at placing it right here. Okay, I'm gonna pause the game because I think a little bit of rezoning here would work wonders. There we go. So we got a post office there. Let's take another look at this. Okay, we're good over here. Batherston West needs a post office. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Maybe. Don't like these buildings, so let's take them out with the post office. All right, so that's the post office. We got some good transit hubs, which I'll plan out. And we got the new train stations too, which are fantastic. Anyway, so let's take a look at traffic now. So we're flowing at 80%. It's pretty good. See if there's anything that we can fix right away. So this is backing up ever so slightly, but that's because we have a traffic light here. Let's throw it on 3-speed and we'll see if this can clear a bit. Yeah, it does clear. That's good. And our diamond intersection is working great now. This is just a mess, but at least it's flowing. And over here, this is a high volume area. I think what we'll do here is maybe we can make these one ways. Oh no, this is Bathurst Street. I think the street deserves an upgrade. At least right here. Alright, and then we'll get some dedicated turning lanes. There we go. Yeah, I think maybe some of these streets should be upgraded. Yeah, just those ones are fine. And just gonna go to traffic manager here. Dedicated turning lanes, make sure that the right and the straight are together. All right, so that looks fine with me. Let's go back to our traffic. So this looks a bit busy. Everything's fine though. The highway is definitely manageable now. It's been a little while since we've had to deal with any major traffic on Highway 19. But that's not going to be for long, because we're going to start. Oh, holy cow, look at this. These buses. Okay, maybe we need to look at sorting up these bus lines. So, the blue one doesn't even stop here. Oh, it does. Okay, maybe we can get this one to stop. Okay, we'll do this, and then I'm going to delete the stop. So now those buses won't even stop there, and then holy cow, look at this. There's tons of people. What stop are we at? Oh. Well, darn, I don't think it's really helping out here. We're still have a ton of people. So maybe we should look at getting the tram in sooner next week rather than later. Let's look at this. We're looking at the Maple Ore bus line. Got 15. Let's bump it up to 20. See if this will help it clear. If not, that's okay. And then Queen Street. bus line. This is the one that's kind of clogging this up, I think. So maybe what we do is we just get it to do a quick little turnaround here. And we eliminate the Queen Street line stop there. Get them to turn left. And they're still just deciding to go that way, but at least now they're not stopping there. So this whole area, this Thornton Square, now has a bus stop on multiple different corners of it. Okay, I think this bus stop should be over here. Which, in which case, I don't even think we really need it. Look at them all go. They're gonna jump over here, which is where we wanted it in the first place. But maybe we do move this one. No, I think it's pretty set over there. So now if they want to, maybe since the bus stop already wants to be over here, why don't we just do that? So now if people want to hop off the Queen Street line, they have to go through the park. And same thing with here. Well, I mean, this one doesn't really need to be over here. We can put this over here. I don't even think we really need it. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Okay. Sometimes the buses just act up, eh? Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll just add in another Queen Street stop right here. Yeah, okay, so I think this is sorting out. Alright, so let's go back to our traffic now. Yeah, so this will clear eventually. We're looking pretty good over here. This looks like it's going to get a bit rough. Why don't we look at doing some small traffic upgrades with this road. So I'm just going to upgrade this. We're going to flip it around. Did I lose zoning? Oh no, I lost a path. Oh, it's not the right path, but there we go. So we got that in place, and then lost a path again. We'll take that down to there. We'll flip it around at that point. Okay, and then we'll get that pathway back in. Pause the game because this pesky little building just got built up. And we'll do just a basic traffic fix, so some dedicated turning lanes. Make sure that right and the straight are together, and that's because it takes longer to turn left than it does to go straight through a light or to turn right. So you put them together, and then we have a traffic light on here too, which I think is gonna be fine. Let's make sure there's dedicated turning lanes. This is a light. I don't know if this needs to be a light. This needs to be bigger though. Let's make this a 4-lane road. And let's see what happens if we take the light off. So I think what we'll do is we'll do yield on the trucks. And we'll say Meadow Street can go through. Alright, so we'll let that kind of go along. We definitely don't need a light here. Alright, and I think we can use a light there, but we've already gone through here and done the lights, except for in the city. Let's leave a light there, and we'll take the lights off. On Park Street. Oops. There we go. Okay, we'll do that. So you have to cross down there apparently. But I don't mind the crosswalks. I don't know why I took them off. Okay, and then this should probably be a traffic light. And I think we'll make this a 2-laner. The whole way. Okay, I'm gonna pause the game because I just lost zoning. There we go, we'll let it all come back. And I think I'm gonna leave the zoning of commercial out over there, but I think I'll just add in these small commercial blocks right here. Okay, and we don't need zoning along here either. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty good. Traffic looks pretty smooth. I don't think we're going to really see much of a difference in traffic because it really wasn't that bad in the first place. All right, so let's do some city detailing and then we'll be on our way. So there are these little spots right here, which we've been kind of just leaving for something. I don't really think anything's going to really work individually over here, but I mean, like a simple little basketball court could be nice, but I think it's just a bit too big. Anyways, let's look at some of the things I was thinking about. These fountains, they're just a bit too small. So what I'm thinking about doing here on this one is, well, on both of these to be honest, is actually paving them in. And we can make like a little mini little park thing. So let's take our fountain. They're just so small. Let's go with that right in the middle here, and a high level bench. Why don't we go to nature reserve? It has some nice benches. No, it doesn't. Thinking about the park, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some of these bad boys in. There we go. And why don't we get some of these like cool little chests? Benches. Okay, let's get a couple more. Just a little parquet thing. We'll do something a bit different on this one. Let's get some planters. Okay, let's flip it around. All right, and then we're just gonna take this and we're just gonna move it over into the center. Okay, and let's move along. Let's take a quick peek, make sure there's no other empty spaces. Already detailed that. That's good. Aha. Okay, why don't we continue with this little trend here of paving it in. Let's take that back, perfect. And let's take another look at some things we can do. Oh, this would be cool. Get like a little food truck guy right here, and we can make this like a little market. How about that? So I think what we'll do is we'll use the line tool here. We'll go with the fence button, and what we'll do is we'll just get a couple like that. Perfect. And then nice. And I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of do this. Which is the front? Oh no, I have these ones backwards. Oh, I have them backwards again. Okay, let's start from this side. Here we go. Let's bring it a bit closer. Okay, I'm gonna delete that one. All right, and then we have this little food truck stand. I think what we'll do is we'll put this right here. Pop soda. And I think maybe we'll get another food truck. No, I think one food truck's enough. Okay. Got this little cannon here. Because I like it. And that's too big. That's huge. Okay, maybe not. Get a trash can and a recycle can. And we'll get a couple of picnic tables here. So we'll do line, fence, and we'll just get some picnic tables like that for some nice eating potential. And then we'll get a couple more over here. Okay, and let's get a couple more trash cans and recycle bin or whatever. There we go. So we got a little farmer's market on this block. It's pretty cool. All right, so let's see if there's any other spots that can use some detailing. Over here, could use some. It's a bit tricky with this situation. I think just like a simple path here might honestly just be enough to kind of fill in the space enough. Oh, and the boardwalk leveled up a little while ago. I keep forgetting to get back at it. So why don't we look at upgrading that a bit too? So let's go to the boardwalk here. We got these cabins, and I just don't really like them for this this kind of park that we're building. But yeah, I mean, they just don't really go with the flow. I mean, they could go like right here, and it can be like a info booth or something. And we'll do the same over on this side. Maybe let's try the smaller one. Okay, let's try the movement mod here. Just gonna scooch it over. Well, that's pretty cool. It almost looks... Oh, never mind. It's not open. I thought it was open the entire way. Okay, so I don't think that brought us up to get to level 5. Because, holy cow, we need 2,000 entertainment. Yeah, I don't know about that, guys. Okay, let's use our forest brush tool. Just try to fill in some more space here. We definitely can't get any forest down in there. But I know that just by adding some trees, it will help the value. Okay, so I'm thinking right along here definitely needs something, right? So I'm thinking maybe one of these little plazas could be a good option. Where are they? Here they are. Oh, not that. Yeah, I think this might be a good little option to kind of fill in some of that space there. Just don't think like a grass kind of thing would really be right beside this bridge. I think maybe the city would probably look into something like this. Okay, so it's probably fine. Let's take our forest brush tool. I'm just gonna, I know we just planted them, but I'm gonna just take it back a bit. And let's maybe fence it in a bit. Yeah, that works. Cool. And let's also look at fencing this in. Okay, yeah, I knew that was going to happen, but it's much easier sometimes just to get it down and then fix it after. Alright, so this is already fenced in pretty much. Scrolling along the boardwalk, making sure. Okay, right here is where we need to look at this again. So let's turn off guidelines. And I'm just going to do that. And we'll just simply fence this off. Just go with the straight ones. All right. I know we're not using the proper fence exactly because we're using a park fence, but I like the park fence instead of this little cheap wooden fence. Okay, so this is all open. I think in this case, I think we would leave it open. But maybe in this case, we'll go with the wooden fence. And we'll just kind of stick it into the woods a bit. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so we have this space over here for something, but let's first of all check how much entertainment that added, because I know the fence counts as entertainment. So it's definitely, I don't want to add in like a crazy amount of things, but maybe like the playground could work. And maybe over here we'll get the playground too. Okay. And there's the signs too that we can add in. Let's get, yeah, I think this works right here too. And oh, we've already got signs over on this side. That's fine. We'll add the sign in right there. And then right there. Okay, so I think that's pretty much as good as we can get it. So the level 4 nature reserve in a city, I mean, 500 more value, like that's a lot. It's more thematic, right? Like we built the park so people can walk along this little estuary here. We have the bridge. It's pretty nice. It encourages people to use it. But you know, we have such good transit that people just don't want to walk around. All right, so let's see if there's anything else we can kind of detail in here. There was a comment about maybe moving this so it faces the elder care facility, but it just doesn't fit in this direction. Plant it down, it kind of just sticks out. So fortunately, that was the thing about this, is we were planting it in here. It could go on this side. I think maybe that's probably a better idea anyways. Okay, So I think we're gonna leave this kind of foresty, holding in the banks. I think we could probably get some more people to come in this park, but I don't know. I think we're probably fine there. And yeah, I think we filled in the majority of the gaps in the city. We could add in a couple pathways in here. That'll help people utilize the space. And then we can also just use our forest brush for the series and fill in the space. All right. I think we'll be good over here. Yeah, all right, so the city's pretty prepped for a big boom and expansion. And that's kind of what I was kind of hoping for throughout this week. I know it's been a bit of a weird week with some things we've done, like we've just been working on some industries, but I really wanted to get the industries all together. We're losing people here. That's not good. We'll have to... I mean, that bus was so perfect. Let's see. Yeah, that's working. Sorry, so what I'm saying is, you know, like we were building like another small town, and we've already kind of done that kind of thing before. We got this to level 5, we started this, and you know what we've done is we've given ourselves the ability to produce oil and or metal, glass, petroleum, and plastic now. And all we're missing is the forestry, and now we can start building the downtown. And by doing this, it's going to allow us to kind of maximize our potential of the space as well. And you know, I think we're going to need to do a push because we need to get to 22,000, which we're almost there, and then we can move our garbage to a different processing facility over here or something like that. And it'll allow us to kind of clear up the space and actually start using our old industry area as like a cool part of the city. So I think the plan will be to see where the grid takes us, see how this is going to affect us, maybe get a Grand Central Station going first, and then maybe start planning up some streets up this way. So we've talked about the tram line going north-south into Batherston. Maybe we don't cross the highway. Maybe we kind of just end right here, get it into this section, cross the highway here, and you know, make it a part of a larger like tram system like that. Maybe we get a couple of tram lines in it. So I think next episode we've accrued enough money too where I don't feel bad about spending a lot of money on like a huge development project. And I think maybe allowing intercity trains on this one could work too. We never got around to the cargo train station out this way. I think maybe on Monday we'll look at doing that. We'll expand Riverside a bit more to get some more people out this way. And maybe we'll get that spur line as well, because I think it'll be pretty easy to do. I'm just going to kind of do this as a bit of a reminder for myself. But if we make sure we don't have straight or curve, and then right here, we just slightly bend off, we can get a bridge across here, which I'm going to save for when we actually do it. But I think that'll be pretty good, because in that case, we can also get it to bend over this way, and we can also, you know, maximize our space and potential. So just hold Alt down and move this over. All right, well, I hope you liked today's episode where we did some transit fixes and some cool little detailing. So let's go over to this little market that I built because I like it. And this is where we will end today's episode. So I hope you enjoyed your time, folks, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.